loss, let's say after you take measurement to prevent loss from happen, kan, jadi loss tadi tu kau dah pasang water sprinkler kan, but still loss happen juga. So what happen, you need to maintain the survival of organization. How? You must know how to curb the problem. Maknanya siapa nak bayar ke, ataupun let's say kau ada insurance kan, so itu cara untuk post loss. Okay, and then the 5 is management process. The first one, identifying existing and potential risks, evaluating potential risks, examining alternative risk management technique, selecting and implementing risk management program, and the last one, evaluating, reviewing, and controlling the program. So identifying is when you identify the risk at your area. Okay? Let's say you work in a company, so you find the risk at your company. Kalau contoh yang for your assignment, it is the risk where you are staying kat rumah korang kan. So kau carilah risk yang mana yang dah ada existing and also potential yang mungkin boleh ada. Okay, so how can you identify risk? You can use this risk management technique, risk management tools technique, orientation, risk analysis questionnaire, exposure checklist ni. After you already identify, you must evaluate. Evaluate how? You must make sure you know the severity and also the frequency of the risk. Lalu jadi ke tak, teruk ke tak jadi. Okay, and then the third step, after you already learn on the frequency and severity of the risk, now is the way for you to control. How can you control? By using these two techniques, risk control and risk financing. So for risk control, there are 4. Risk avoidance. So what is risk avoidance? It is where you abandon the risk, meaning that you don't take risk at all. Contoh tak nak, langsung tinggalkan risk tu. Contoh tak nak accident, tak pernah naik kereta langsung. Contoh, okay. And then loss control. This is where you alter the frequency and the severity of the risk. So contoh for loss prevention, it want to reduce the frequency, while loss reduction may reduce severity. Okay. Then separation, where you separate the asset of the company in few phases, so that if loss happen at one place, it will not destroy all. Okay, and then the last one, contractual transfer. There are 4 types of contractual transfer: incorporation, leasing contract, hedging, and hold harmless agreement. So this is when you transfer the risk of that you have to another party through contract. Okay, not through insurance, through contract rumah ke, contract jual beli ke. Okay, so ini bukan unit insurance. Okay, so the second part is financing. This is when the loss happens. How can you pay for the loss? So korang boleh pilih antara retention, assumption, insurance, captive insurance, and insurance. Before retention, it is where you pay yourself 100% for the loss. Contoh hilang pen dalam office, so you will just pay for the loss. Okay, and then self-insurance, it is when you open up a fund, buka tabung, contoh duit RM100, we pay for the lost pen tadi. Jadi korang ada tabung. While captive insurance, it is when you have tabung juga, but you register the company as insurance company. Maknanya lebih serius lah. Okay. And then the last one, insurance. This is when you transfer your risk to insurance company. Dan tadi contractual transfer through contract, sewa beli, contract sewa rumah. Okay. And then after you already learn on the technique that you want to use, now you need to select and implement the risk management program. So from the risk that you already identify and you already look at the severity and frequency, you just take the risk that yang korang dah list out tu and put in this table. Okay. So the last one, you must evaluate, review, and control. After you already implement the program, you need to evaluate, review, and control. Why? Because sometimes throughout times the risk changes. Okay. Contoh in 1990, we don't have a risk of cyber security. Now kita dah banyak risk pasal cyber security lah, because we already use IT meluas. Okay. So kalau kita still dekat takut lama, it will not be relevant for the new risk. Okay. So itu sahajalah untuk topik korang yang part 1 tu. If you have any question, please ask now. Sebab kita nak proceed dengan part 2 korang hari ni. Ada soalan tak? Aku 9 orang, tak ada seorang pun soalan. Hebat lah korang.
Buat masa ni tak ada.
Buat masa ni sekejap lagi. Kebetulan ting. Ada nak tanya, Mary nak tanya kan. Okay. So it's okay. Kau tak soalan sekarang. Kalau ada soalan in the future, please ask. Tapi janganlah malam nak exam tu buat tanya kan. Itu memang itulah. Okay, so we will proceed with your part 2. So today we will learn our topic 2, part 2, risk assessment. Okay, I already asked you to answer the tutorial question dekat your future kan. So let's take a look at your answer. By the way, attendance I dah close, so there's no more taking attendance daripada apa yang kita dah sidang hari ni baru, lupa nak jawab hari ni nak meja ambil attendance no tak ada dah. Okay, untuk 1115C, let's take a look. So my question was to soalan tu lupa sekejap. Kita tengok ni lah wali dulu. Okay. So the question was, I want you to identify your risk in 2022 kan, based on the 4 risk exposure ke tak? So let's take a look. Kita boleh ingat pula. Okay, kita tengok dekat ni lah, kawan-kawan tadi. Okay, Zafuan. Kita lambat sikit. Sama ni. Apalah tak ikut kita dah loading. So, okay. Macam itulah. Okay, topic 2, part 2, risk assessment. So after you already learn how to manage the risk from part 1, kan, the 5 process tadi tu, now we will learn how to assess the risk. So at the end of this chapter, you must be able to describe the range of risk identification techniques that are available to industry, explain the advantages and disadvantages of each of the risk identification techniques, outline the human assessment of risk, sources of risk, and the concept of actual and perceived risk. And the last one, discuss the risk data and sources of risk data. So, you all already get your book kan, dah ambil equal to. This topic is actually your chapter 3. Dalam textbook korang, risk assessment is under chapter 3. Why? Sebab buku ni tak outdated. Jadi macam ini masa zaman medical pun boleh buku juga. So memang dia dah audited, dia punya nanti dah berapa betul lah kan. So you can take a look at chapter 3 untuk apa yang kita akan belajar hari ni. Okay. Part 1 will cover risk assessment, actual versus perceived, sources of risk, risk exposure, and the last one, human risk assessment. And part 2, we will cover risk management, measurement, risk identification techniques, and the risk data. Actually, for today's lecture, we will not cover risk measurement because it is actually what I already mentioned in your previous class. Pasal techniques to be used kan, techniques to orientation, flowchart, questionnaires, exposure, checklist tu semua tu kan. Yang tu semua under this identification technique. So I will not cover that juga lah sebab dah cover itu kan. Okay, for your risk measurement, you can take a look at page 40. Saya buka page 40. So you can look there, ada table tu kan, table kat diagram tu, risk identification techniques tu, ada physical inspection, checklist apa semua tu. So for this part, you need to read. Okay, I already discussed, but you still need to read on the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, tapi apply exam. Okay, itu baca briefly je lah. Kalau korang tengok dekat page 46 kan, under flow chart, you can see that step 1, understanding the flow. Step 2, representing the flow. So korang tak payahlah, korang just faham the definition, advantages and disadvantages saja. Korang tak payah apa lah benda-benda ni tak masuk exam pun. And then Hazard semua tu kan, page 51 tu apa tak payah. Kat belakang-belakang lagi under risk measurement tu korang boleh tengok ada databases lah, ada table tu kan, simple table lah, relative figures, frequency severity table, ada mean mode lah, apa benda variance semua tu tak payah. Probability distribution semua tu tak payah. Okay, korang baca sampai yang ni je, flowchart punya definition sahaja. Okay, kita baca sendiri lah. So, macam dah tahu kan hari tu. Okay, so we will go to the first one, actual and perceived risk. So there are actually 4 things that you need to know under actual versus perceived risk. And then the sources of risk ada 7, risk exposure ada 4, and the last one human assessment pun 4. Okay, actual and perceived risk. So what does it mean by actual risk and what is perceived risk? Actual risk is the risk that actually happen, yang berlaku betul-betul sebenarnya. While perceived risk is something that you view the risk to be what? Okay, contoh macam for you, the risk of smoking is not high. But for me, risk of smoking is high. It is based on your perception, your view on the risk. So what makes it different between you and me when we perceive risk? Okay, the first one, based on familiarity level. This is where the risk awareness of uncertain event. For example, awareness on COVID-19. Okay, when we talk about familiarity, you can understand the word familiar means that you are usually known to that thing. Okay, macam contoh, nampak, muka ni familiar lah macam pernah nampak. Because you already know about that thing kan, macam tak kisahlah apa-apa. So, familiar tu maknanya sudah biasa. So, it is also the same with risk. When you know about the risk yang macam korang dah biasa hadap kan, let's say you want to go to class, tak nak ambil cakap. Let's say Intan Karina dengan Ahmad Mustaqim tu Mustaqim tu. Okay, Mustaqim dengan Intan. Okay, Mustaqim mak rempit. Mustaqim jangan rempit ni contohnya dia tak tidur. Okay, contoh Mustaqim mak rempit, and then Intan taklah kan. So for Mustaqim, riding motorcycle laju ni, the risk is very low. Bagi dia tak ada apa. But for Intan macam, janganlah nanti kau mati. Okay, so when jadi macam Intan, dia dah overstate the risk. Meaning that the risk tu sebenarnya sampai sini je, level tak ada teruk sangat. But Intan rasa, kau naik motor ni kau akan mati. Dia dah macam overstate the risk. Okay, while Mustaqim pula dia dah understate the risk. Padahal bahaya lagi, tapi bagi dia dah biasa. Because he is familiar with it. So it is also the same with us during COVID kan. So in 2019, time tu COVID is still overseas je, tak sampai Malaysia lagi. So what happened, we think that the COVID ni memang teruk gila ni, memang teruk pun time tu. But over time, we get familiar with COVID kan. I think most of you, tak pun every one of you mesti pernah kena tu. Kalau tak pernah kena tu kan memang sesuatu lah kan. But for my tu memang dah 3 kali. So the second time kena tu macam tak ada apa. Because I am familiar with that risk. Okay. And then for the second one, control. Your level of perception on the risk is based on your control. Where the level of control the individual has to prevent or mitigate the risk. Meaning that if you have control over the risk, you will think the risk that is not that bad. Okay, contoh macam driving a car kan. When you are in control, you drive your own car, you know that okay, if I drive fast, then the risk is high. But if I drive slow, the risk is low because you have the ability to control. While for some people, they are afraid to get on flight and tak nak naik kapal terbang because they are afraid the flight will crash kan, sebab dia tak in control, bukan dia yang bawa. Okay, so that is what it means by control. Okay, lah, excited aja. Okay, the next one, it is also based on personal or societal effect. So how you perceive the risk also sometimes based on your personal and societal effects. This is where the public's perception of the risk, your personal attitude in correspondence towards certain risk. Okay, so all of us kan, We are familiar with COVID. But previously in 2019, everyone takut kan. Everyone, even keluar dari rumah tak ada orang pun pakai mask. Dan sekarang macam
Kenapa kawan ni?
dah tak kisah sangat. So it is because the society view it that way, so you view it that way juga. Okay? For example, HIV. For HIV people, tak adalah korang boleh terjangkit pun kalau korang pegang dia. But due to the society view on people which HIV tu macam teruk sangat. So you have the same perception towards that risk juga. Okay? So the last one, frequency and severity. Okay, this is how you perceive the risk based on frequency and severity. Some people, they focus more on frequency, while some people, they focus more on the severity. Meaning that, let's say kita ambil tadi semakin kan, he focus on severity. For him, if you accident every day is okay, the frequency yang banyak ada hari terjadi accident is okay, but janganlah kena patah kaki. He focus on severity. Okay, but for Intan tadi, dia fokus on the frequency and severity dulu. Dia tak nak langsung kan, tak nak langsung accident, tak nak langsung luka. So, dia duduk je dalam bilik dia seorang. Okay, so example. Okay. Next, we will go to the sources of risk. So there are 7 sources of risk where you can find risk from physical environment, social, political, legal, operational, economic, and connective. Okay, let's go to the first one, physical environment. This is where you can get the source of risk from your surrounding, your environment. Okay, like earthquake, tsunami, it comprises all the different factors of nature. So you can get risk from the land, from the sea, from the air, from the tree, from the land, earthquake, from the sea, tsunami, from the tree, landslide, contoh kan jatuh sebab landslide. From the air, you can get haze kan, jerebu. So all of these are risks that came from physical environment. The second one, social environment. This is where the risks arise from the social environment. Where you live, the condition of your working place, your income, how can income impact on social environment? So if the person is a rich one, they will not face a risk such as health problems that is too bad. Kan? While some people yang poor with low income, they have this ability to get sick easily because dia tak ada ubat, tak mampu nak beli ubat. Okay, so all of that give rise to a risk based on sometimes an office project, the risks are so it is based on your social environment. Anxiety is from political initial environment and the national and regional political factors and methods of thinking and belief. When the political situation of the country changes, automatically it will give rise to new risks. Okay, contoh risk tu before ni tak ada, but after change party and change the government, and then ada pula risk baru. Contoh macam kita next month we will be voting, kan? So kita akan mengundi. Bila kita mengundi, we change our prime minister. When we change our prime minister, for sure, they have different thinking and also belief. For previous prime minister, for example, previous prime minister bagi dia tak apa, import export dadah tak ada masalah. Sekarang tak boleh, yang akan datang tak boleh. So the belief and thinking tu yang membuatkan there are new risk. Siapa nak rasa ni? Muhammad Zakwan, kenapa masuk lambat? Jangan tidur. Okay, next one, legal environment. So you can get new risk from legal environment, your standard conduct and punishment and force. Okay, so when we talk about legal, it is based on the law enforcement. Kan, apa yang kerajaan suruh ni lah, the law lah kan, undang-undang kita tu, buat kuasa undang-undang. So let's say you drive a car without wearing seatbelt. So automatically, you will get summon. Kena summon lah, when you get summon. So this is actually because of legal environment. Okay. So the next one, operational environment. This is where the risk came from the circumstances surrounding of the process of production. Okay, when we talk about operational, you know it relates with processes, it relates with production line. So what happened? It can give rise to new risks because of electronic and mechanical processes. So from electronic, you can get new risks. For example, the machinery broke down, kan, rosak mesin. So what happened adalah risk loss of income. You cannot produce your product. So itu risk daripada operational lah. Okay, and then based on mechanical process, let's say kau kerja kilang kayu, buat rambut. So potong-potong kayu, that is the process, mechanical process lah, memotong menggunakan gergaji kan. So gergaji lagi buat-buat potong tangan sendiri. So itu risk daripada mechanical process. Okay, next one, economic environment. This is where the system, policies and nature of an economy dynamic and complex in nature. So when we talk about economic environment, it relates with the business. Okay, it usually affect businesses lah, economy ni kan. Okay, let's say inflation next year. So what happen to businesses? Businesses start definitely follow lah the raw material naik harga, the tax increase tu kan, apa tu, the interest rate increase. So all of that will affect the businesses that are actually facing so many other risks. Okay, so contoh macam tax. Previously, let's say tax kat Malaysia nak untuk orang luar nak datang invest kan, mungkin rendah. Sebab akan datang, if tinggi, it will give effect to all the businesses lah kan. Macam tak ada orang nak invest kat Malaysia, kita tak membangun lah negara tu. Then, the last one, creative environment. So creative environment is actually based on the perception of the risk manager. So we already learned the 5 steps kan, identifying, evaluating apa semua tu. That is actually the job of the risk manager. If the risk manager feels that the risk is not too high, sometimes it is high for other people. So because of his ability to manage the risk, dia manage benda tu, sometimes it gives rise to new risk. Contoh, risk manager rasa tak penting pakai spek apa tu untuk buat, mungkin buat kerja kayu tu kan. So dia orang tak pakai tu. So dia beli wait, mata nampak kabur, mata dah pedih, dia tak boleh datang kerja kan. Dia pakai because saya pakai tak boleh, just all of that datang daripada risk manager punya apa tu, risk manager punya ability untuk faham benda tu salah lah. Maknanya sebabkan dia punya keputusan tu buatkan ada risk baru. Okay, that's all for your sources of risk. Okay, now let's proceed to the categories of risk exposure. So there are 4 risk exposure. This one yang I ask you to answer during the tutorial hari tu. Okay, so let's take a look kejap, kurang jawapan. Okay, in August 2022, I just pick randomly. In August 2022, my personal experience was that I had almost got second degree burning teeth out while cleaning the oven during closing period at the peak outlet at which I coffee. USP was my first time cleaning the bar area. Until that point, I had only cleaned the kitchen. I was careless and assumed I could clean the oven straight away. What I should have done is to switch the oven to clean mode, as the oven will automatically clean itself with cold air. To my luck, a fellow work colleague who also was in charge of cleaning the bar area saw this and stopped me before I could reach my hand to clean the interior of the oven, preventing myself from getting harmed. Okay, this is the risk he faced. But what type of category? It is human asset exposure. Okay, for my question, I actually asked you to discuss based on the 4. Meaning that I want you to put all four, bukan human asset je. Dan tadi physical asset liability semua tu kena buat juga. Okay, so ni, this is a very good example untuk satu point lah. Cuma kita tinggal lagi 3 point. Okay. Pula. Let's take a look at this class 1115C. And kebetulan I thought that with physical asset. The physical asset exposure to the correct. Very beautiful dalam tadi meski panjang, that's an example. Still, the point is not enough. Kalau cuma ambil satu point je, actually you have to put all. Okay. Have to stay in the ward due to very severe gastritis. Human asset exposure. Okay, yes. Human asset, but still we talk about human asset is actually the asset of the company kan. So let's say if you are working in a company, then yes, this is a human asset exposure lah. Because you cannot work kan. House was broken by robbery and lost laptop and handphone. Yes, we look at asset exposure to the laptop and handphone. Human asset. Ceiling fan stop banyak bagi satu ni semua bagi satu. Being scam. Ni ada lain sikit. Yes. So Patricia ni being scam, but still it is very vague lah, maknanya too general. Being scam apa kan? Scam, what kind of scam? So when you talk about financial exposure, loss of money in saving account. Inflation. Inflation, yes, due to the currency kan. So inflation cause the currency to loss value and money exposed to financial asset exposure. Macam tu lah, okay, itulah. So far okay. I can see that you read the slide. Atas ni, okay, dari satu lah. On 16 July, the area in my house is experiencing a heavy rain, and my house was totally banjir. All important items such as furniture, wardrobes, I had to turn wet, confusing, but still, what type of thing? Tadi kawan tadi dia bagi tahu kan, human asset exposure. So for Nurhanisa ni, we should put what kind of exposure ni. Okay? Tapi dah jawab exposure yang which one? Even though I know mana satu, but still anggap macam benda ni tak tahu apa-apa. Okay? So yang explain, please make sure korang anggap macam I don't know anything. Okay, so okay lah. I think most of you okay lah faham apa yang korang baca. So I will just explain juga. Okay, so the first category of risk exposure is physical asset exposure. This is where the ownership of property gives rise to possible gains or losses to physical assets and to intangible assets. So property may be damaged, destroyed, lost or may diminish in value. So what is intangible asset? Siapa boleh bagi tahu? Madam, what is the example of intangible asset? Right? Madam, orang yang rela hati menjawab ni, madam akan murah hati sikit kalau bagi mangkang. Maksudnya, kalau medal pilih tu taklah medal pilih tu memang konspirasi jawab kan. Ada siapa tak macam mesti nak belagak kat orang lain. Dia kan. Ini. 48 tak ada seorang pun.
Ada.
Ya saya.
Intangible asset tu macam company ni punya trademark. Contohnya macam TM tu yang bentuk TM tu.
TM tu kan? Trademark. So meaning dia registered trademark lah. Okay. Tapi tadi Sophia kan? Sophia Balkis.
Ya, saya.
Okay. Thank you Sophia. So trademark is an example intangible asset. Is actually intellectual property. Trademark. How contohlah your trademark tu, how can it be destroyed today? Contoh orang nak curi, nak curi buat lebih kurang macam MACD ada MACDA ke, so dekat tu tu macam tak adalah loss, but mungkin akan tercalar lah sikit. Okay, and then second one, financial asset exposure. So this is where the ownership of a security such as common stocks, bonds and mortgages has the risk to expose to loss or gain to financial asset. Okay, so common stock, bonds, your money in the bank kan, like your friend tadi ada bagi example doing scam, so the money in the saving account tu financial asset exposure. Okay, for your goal of your class, I think it's okay. Previous class I had, tak ingat lah apa-apa kan, most of them answered for financial asset exposure tu macam dia beli barang harga RM500. Masa akan datang barang tu harga jadi RM400. Contoh macam beli kereta ke beli apa kan, which is wrong. Itu bukan financial asset exposure. Financial asset tu mesti dalam bentuk bonds, stocks, not in the not you use the money to buy something and that something to your exposure. No, it is the money itself. Okay. So the next one, liability exposure. So we all are actually exposed to the liability risk. How? Based on obligation imposed by the legal system. So sama macam tadi, if let's say you don't wear seatbelt, then you have to pay for your summon lah. Okay, while others maybe contoh we have civil and criminal law impose an obligation to citizen. Tak boleh bunuh orang kan. Let's say the nearest example I can give, budak yang 17 tahun tu kan, terbunuh adik itu. So that is one of the example. Let's say you play with your friends kan, tiba macam buat kerja gila, main pisau pula terkena. And then you are exposed to the liability of a receipt. Okay. The last one, human asset exposure. So this is where the human asset in the company, what we call as employee. Employee is the asset of the company. So what happens if the employee is injury or maybe death? So it will cause loss of key employees. Key yang kunci kan, orang kunci, orang yang utama. So when we lost these people, it will give new risk to the company. Siapa nak manage, how mungkin seorang je yang tahu kan. Okay. And the last one, under your topic 2, part 2, human assessment of risk. There are 4 human assessment of risk. First, personal, where we ourselves face it every day. In choosing career, in choosing what to eat, the study that you want to, the course that you want to take, to choose your spouse, to choose your everyday life, to become as personal. And then medical, which is faced by medical practitioner, doctor, nurses, everyone that works in the medical field, they will have at least human assessment of a risk. Whether decision, contoh, whether decision to operate or not. This is one is for doctor then. So they nak operate ke tak? To prescribe one drugs as opposed to another, even doctor akan tulis, and then pharmacist pun sama juga. Pharmacist pun facing this risk juga. Itu mungkin salah bagi ubat tu kan. Okay. And then the third one, political changes in politics. So this is faced by the member of the parliament, ahli-ahli parlimen yang sidang parlimen pagi-pagi tu kan. So diorang ni lah yang alami political changes in politik ni punya risk. Okay. And then the last one, business investment. So for a businessman or a businesswoman, you have this human assessment on risk whether you want to, let's say lah, I want to open up a business kan. So I can choose whether I want to open up my new company, or maybe I just invest at the existing company of others, but I have part of the share kan. Contoh beli 50% saham ke kan. So this one is for business. Itu sahaja for your part 2. I don't think part 2 ni susah sangat sebab dia based on your common knowledge sebenarnya. Dan dia macam berulang kan. Kalau pasal dia macam tadi kan dia cakap gitu. Dia macam tu dengan sebab tu dia buku teks kan nama dia suka ulang macam. Contoh macam political legal kan. Ni pun ada juga dekat sini. Ni ada juga liability. Dan bawah ni ada juga political. So tak apa. If your explanation is similar lah. Maknanya contohlah soalan tadi dua kan. Soalan yang semua wajib jawab. Soalan satu tu pasal categories of risk exposure. Soalan dua tu pasal human assessment. So korang punya jawapan tu macam lebih kurang je kan. Tak apa. As long as the point tu betul. Okay. Jangan tak ada point pula. Okay. Itu sahajalah. So that's the end of our part 2. Okay. Now I want you guys to copy this link. Let's play some game.
Let's go.
By the way, korang jangan lupa ni take your attendance at your education, and then don't forget to answer your entrance survey. Take this code. Masuk ni semua. So there's 49 begini, so 48. Should be there's 48 people participate. If not, I know that you guys are not actually there. You just open the meet and then you go elsewhere. I don't know where. Dua orang lagi lain.
Quizzes.
Lain masih 45 orang. Lapan. Yes, 10 lagi yang tak masuk. Mana yang lain? Bisa start je lah. So let's start. Let's copy one over here. Okay, so the first question. Fundamental sources of a grade is from. You can answer. There's 85 seconds left. Number 22. There's 55 seconds left. Kita masih pakai ini. Okay, 30 seconds left. One, two, there's the rest. So 20 seconds left. 19, 18. Nice, the time's up. Let's take a look. So most of you, 24, answered. 24 answered physical environment correct. Congratulations to these 24 people. Let's take a look at the 30 incorrect response. Ni semua betul. Just, who is the just? What environment? Environment kan? Okay, memanglah kat sini tak tulis. This one memanglah there's only environment here, but actually it's social environment, political environment. Okay, that environment includes all. So what environment? And then
Maybe lost connection.
Hello.
Tak boleh mainan. Hello, are you okay?
Orang dengar tak? Kita apa sakit?
Dengar.
Dengar? Dengar ni lah. Okay. Jadi yang lambat sikit. Untuk kesalahan nak simply. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Don't forget to take your attendance. And then if you have any further questions regarding today's topic or maybe assignment, you can just telegram me during office hour. Okay, if after office hour, I will reply the next day. Itu saja. Thank you everyone for coming to my class. Assalamualaikum. Have a good day.